Hello, my name is Professor Sekar from University of Finlay. I am decided to record this video after receiving several requests on my YouTube postings asking for what they should do after their B.Pharmacy degree from India. First thing is, after doing a B.Pharmacy from India, you cannot become a pharmacist in US. To become a pharmacist in US since 2003, it requires a PharmD degree, which takes about 6 to 8 years to complete, depending upon whether you are joining a 6-year PharmD program after high school or you are going to do a PharmD after doing an undergraduate degree. Now, chance of one getting a job in US after only B.Pharm for India is almost nil. Most jobs in US require a sponsoring of a green card by the agency which hires you, and they would have no reason to justify hiring a B.Pharm from India because it's not specialized enough, overlooking all the American citizens who are eligible for the job. So these are your options. If you're a real studious type who really enjoys education, your first option is join a master's program in a prestigious institution in India that has a good publishing record. It's very important that a master's degree has a research component to it. Second option is to go ahead and get a master's outside India. You have to answer this first question honestly, that whether you are interested in coming back to India after doing your master's. So depending upon what you decide, your emphasis on what type of master's you want to do and which country you want to do will become important. If you say that you are going to do masters just for the sake of knowledge and based on family reasons or many other reasons you want to come back to India, then the choice of topic you choose to do your masters should be relevant in India. But if you honestly answer the first question saying that you want to stay overseas after your masters, then you need to figure out whether the masters you are doing is relevant to the country you are doing and whether it enables you or gives you a visa status so that you can get a job and work in that country. So some of the top countries which most people are considering at this point from India are, first is USA. It is certainly has got a good graduate program and a large number of graduate program. The only major drawback with USA is that it's very, very expensive to study here. Anywhere from you need about $30,000 to $40,000 to live in USA. And the job opportunities currently are shrinking, though it doesn't mean that we don't hire immigrants. There are a lot of immigrants in the country, but it's becoming more and more difficult to get a green card as well as a work visa in USA. The second is UK. I understand the education is comparatively cheap compared to USA. It will be still more expensive compared to India. And again, the fact is whether you can work, I don't have any idea. I have no idea about Australia, but I know a lot of students go to Australia. France and Germany, I understand the education is relatively cheap because it's all government funded, but your major problem will be the language. You have to have either the expertise in French or German before you can successfully complete your grad degrees in those countries. At the University of Finlay, if you are a student from India who has a valid undergraduate degree, it could be B.Pharm, biochemistry, physics, maths, anything like that. And if you are interested in doing a master's program, then there are two choices you have. One is called MS in Health Informatics. This deals with a lot of data management and it requires a good amount of computer skills, and if you have a pharmacy background, then you can put these two things together. You may get job in companies which are data mining for health information. So you may be jobs in things like insurance companies as well as research teams which are trying to look up a pattern in the drugs which have been given and the disease distribution and all that. Another is your generic MBA degree, Master of Business Administration. The degree is useful if you're already working and if you just want to come and get an MBA and return to your the job you're working in your country. The good thing about these two degrees is that you can complete it in over a 3-semester period, and the admission requirements are pretty straightforward. You have your valid undergraduate degree and you need to get a test of IELTS, International English Language Testing score of minimum of 7 or a TOEFL score of 79 with 20 or better in speaking and writing. This is for admission to the Masters in Health Informatics program. The option 4 is if you have done a B Pharmacy, if you have time in your hand and if you have solid financial resources, then you may consider doing a PharmD in US, and it's possible to do a PharmD in University of Finlay for in about 4.5 to 5 years, and you may be able to even get a second degree along the same period of 4.5 to 5 years. I have discussed more in the link which I am providing below, so you may like to check that out for additional information. Thank you for listening. Hope it was useful. Please share your comments and like or dislike of this video.